guys. So a principle I find to be very true when it comes to training and getting bigger. If you want to get huge, you want to hit things like 8 inches length, well over 6 inches in girth, this kind of principle will be very, very useful for you. And I call it alternation. So you're alternating the different types of stimulus. It's very, very similar to lifting weights. In terms of a theoretical standpoint, I know the technicalities aren't the same, but you don't do the same exercise all the time and then expect superior results. You have to alternate different types of stressors. So this is where you would alternate things like jelking, pumping, clamping, stretching if you're going for length. So it depends what your goal is, as always, but you alternate the different types of stresses. This is how you get as much length and as much girth as humanly possible. And then over time, you build on the number of sets you do, the length of each set, how intense each set is. So very, very similar to lifting weights for anyone that knows anything about, bodybuilding and how to gain muscle. And then this is a slight tangent, but there's been so many people talking about how important money is. And I don't get where it comes from. It's almost like a form of societal brainwashing, where if enough people say it, it must be true. It's almost like if enough red pill influencers shout from the rooftops that it's important, that everyone sort of assumes it is, when it isn't. It's kind of like, how many rich dudes need to get cooked before people realize the truth? Look at Jeff Bezos, richest dude on the planet. Look at his wife with Leonardo DiCaprio. You can find the video anywhere, just search it. Elon Musk. There's tons and tons of examples though, of like average looking, nerdy, rich guys. And the women, they're never loyal, ever. There's no exceptions. Women are not loyal to guys like that because they don't genuinely want them. So it begs the question of how many guys need to get cooked, essentially, until people realize the truth, which is they only care about how much money you make when they're not attracted to you. That's the truth. And your bedroom stuff clearly isn't there, because that's the big area where a lot of uglier guys make up for it. It's the bedroom stuff, which is arguably more powerful in a relationship than a pretty face. But and then if enough red pill dudes scream about how important money is, it's like guys just accept it without believing their own two eyes. Like, you've seen what you've seen in real life. You know that on Tinder, they don't give a how much money you make. They really don't care. Same thing in nightclubs, same thing in bars. They're going after guys who are good looking. They're not going after dudes who make 200 grand a year in their little boring IT jobs. They don't care. Chucking money around in certain situations in a pro-social manner can work, but do you really want to be doing that for the rest of your life so that you might get some attractive woman or two, and then in the back of your mind you're always wondering, does she really like me, or is she going to cheat on me left, right and centre? And when she's flirting with other dudes, you would know the answer. And you don't have to worry about this stuff if you've got the size, if you've got the skill, if you've got the stamina. You already know instinctively that they don't want to cheat, because they know they're not going to do any better than you. Especially if you're like remotely secure financially. You don't need loads of money like people seem to imply that you do. It's far more about how strongly you can make her feel, which is an emotional thing. Money ain't gonna do that. It's primarily how hot you are, but the biggest thing is the climaxes. It's pure dopamine. Money can't buy climaxes. So it comes back to, how do you do this? How do you pull this off for yourself so that it will benefit you and your life and your relationships? Like I said, it's jelking, pumping, clamping, stretching. alternating. Pick one goal and stick with it. Trying to optimize both at the same time it can work if you're lucky, but it's not a very effective strategy. You want to focus on one, but within that one you want to alternate different stimuli. You don't want to be clamping if the main goal is length. It's going to get in the way of that. You don't want to be stretching and hanging if your main goal is girth, because they're going to get in the way of that. So prioritize, but within that prioritization, you don't just want to stick to one exercise, you want to do several. Promise you, you'll get better results. Provided you're getting some sun, enough sleep, and your testosterone is not atrocious, you'll be fine. If you want to check out some of my programs, linked below. They follow this principle. They work. Plenty of people are testament to this, not just myself. Check them out, linked below.